Hello everybody, this is Michael Sherman Gardening, Woodworking and More for a long overdue garden tour. This is backyard garden right now. I'll try to do the other one later on, but here we go. Wait, how do I flip you around? All right, so we got on my arches here, we got tomatoes. These are, I think, crimson, giant crimson from M.I. Gardener. Trying them out this year. My okra here in this area, I planted some okra. I planted a boatload of seed because I had collected a lot and I kind of was a little wasteful, but I wanted to make sure they grew. So I put down a lot. And you know, that's the only one that came up, I think. There's a little one there. You can kind of see, but not much has grown. Oh, here's some more. Not much has grown. I put like probably 40 seeds in this little area right here. It's like 3 feet, so 3 or 4 feet. So anyway, I'm kind of disappointed. However, at the same time, I planted my onions from seed, and so I have rows of onions, and in amongst these onions, I planted okra. Trying to grow them together because okra gets pretty tall, so hopefully the onions will be able to grow underneath them. This area gets lots of sun, so we have okra. Lots of. I don't know why this did so well. Maybe this part does get, that side does get a little more shade, so maybe that's why. But I got a lot of okra growing. I know they're crowded. I might have to thin them out a little later. So here's onions. Then I have some more onions, and then here are sweet potatoes I ordered from Gurney's. I forget the varieties. One is purple. I think it's Iwo Jima purple. The other one is an orange one, I believe, or yellow. I forget. I think it's orange because I like those. Anyway, so I planted those all right here. And then I have, I originally planted soybeans here. However, they grew really well, but I had a lot of nutgrass, so I had to treat the nutgrass because it was just getting out of hand. Nutgrass was going crazy. Let me show you what nutgrass is for those of you that may or may not know. I'm sure I have some growing around here. Hold on, let me find one. I just saw one. Here we go. This is nutgrass right here. This is nutgrass. It comes up like a spear, and it grows up through almost anything. It is a horrible weed because, see, this is the main plant, then you have little offshoots. Oh, sorry, it wasn't on yet. This is the main plant right here. These are little offshoots. See, there's 1, 2, 3, another one coming up, 4 offshoots. Well, these plants probably won't be able to do it, but we'll try. Pull it up slowly. They grow underground runners, kind of like bamboo. And in addition to that, I don't see any nuts. Oh, wait, is that a nut? Yeah, I think that's a nut. I'm not sure if that's a nut or not, but anyway, they look like this, a little bigger. They're a little nut, they grow. And those nuts are basically seeds that can last in the soil for like forever or something, a long time, like 20 years or 15 years, long time. So you could have had nutgrass in your lawn or in your garden a long time ago that whoever's got control of it, and then you let your chicken loose on it and they dig it up, and all of a sudden it's growing everywhere because now it's up close to the surface and it starts growing. So this stuff's horrible. It grows from nuts, roots like bamboo, and also seeds. If they go to bloom, they'll get a seed head on them and they will grow from seed. They're crazy. They're very hard to get rid of because when you pull them up, if there's any nuts on them, they come off in the ground. So you're basically planting more. You pull one, you plant 10 more. So I've been dealing with this for a while. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty. Pull slowly. You can get a lot of it up. Ooh, that was a nice one. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. They grow. Look at that. It grew through this plywood piece or bark. The root is actually going in the bark, through it, and coming out here. They will grow through almost anything. When they first, their root ends are almost spiky. They feel almost like a thorn. They're actually pretty stiff, and they're very sharp. So anyway, yeah. So I try to get rid of these whenever I can. There's another one. See, they're just everywhere. So I treated these, and unfortunately, what happened was I treated around the soybeans to try to save them, and I didn't save them. So a lot of them died, or just was too contaminated to want to eat. So soybeans are producing pretty good. They got a lot of beans getting filled out on it. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Let's see you get in there. Look at that. Whoa, that's a lot. That's probably more than I had before, so that's good. A little ash tree growing from the neighbor's yard. Don't want any ash trees growing here. Thank you. Some more soybeans. So I got a few soybeans. Nothing, enough for maybe one meal. That's about it, which is fine. That works. We're going to have lots of sweet potatoes, hopefully. I just planted those maybe 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So they're kind of new. My corn also suffered, from the spray. So this side, not only was the ground less fertile, a little bit less fertile than the other side. As you can see, there's huge. I don't even see here. Let's go this way. There you go. Now you can see the difference. We have this corn all the way up to there. They're pretty tall. They're like 7 feet over there. 7-foot sweet corn, which is pretty good for me. These are stunted because of the spray. I probably won't eat any of these because they might have spray on them. I'm pretty confident that the outside ones, because there wasn't a lot of nutgrass over there, I think those are okay. But these I'm gonna avoid eating. I'll probably just use them as dry decorations in fall later or something. I don't know. Or just mulch. So, but those grew. The chickens, when they were in the garden getting all the weeds out, which is why I have so many nutgrass around, that was their favorite spot, and they put so much manure down right there. It was amazing. And that corn, let me tell you, ate it up. I mean, this corn here is like 4 feet. 3 feet, 4, yeah, about 4 feet. Maybe 5, maybe 4.5, 5. Those are 7 feet, most of them. Some are 8 feet. It's hard to tell, but they're big. Let me get over there and show you. See if I can do this here. Woo! Okay, here's me. I'm gonna flip you around. I hope this gives you some perspective, maybe. Anyway. So, yeah. The corn I'm harvesting already, I've harvested 3 of them. They're a little bit smaller than I expected, but they are ready. The kernels have milky, sweet goodness inside, so they're ready. They're just a little on the small side. Not sure why. I expected kind of bigger. Here's some more soybeans. 1 row of soybeans in there too that lived. So I do have some soybeans. Those might not because they don't get a whole lot of sun anymore. This is my edible canna edulis, I think it's called. I forget now. But you eat the roots, like kind of like a potato. So I have seeds for these. So I'll be doing a giveaway of some seeds, maybe seed collections. I'll be doing lettuce seeds. It's called Devil's Tongue. It's a heat tolerant lettuce, really good lettuce. It's a lot like romaine. If you leaf it, you can leaf it for a long time. If you harvest it, obviously you'll harvest it once. It may grow back a little bit. So I'll be doing a giveaway pretty soon. So I'm not sure when, but within the next week or 2. Okay. But this I haven't tried these yet, but they're supposed to be like a potato. Eat them like a potato. Cook them, bake them, cut them up like hash browns. Peel them, obviously. Haven't tried them yet. I'm kind of excited to try these. I'm thinking they're probably going to be a lot like poi, or like the Hawaiian taro root. I'm assuming it's going to be similar, but it's not related, so I don't know. Maybe it's going to be different. They're pretty. The hummingbirds love these flowers. These flowers are really pretty. They're really nice. Hummingbirds absolutely love these things. So we have our hummingbirds out here having fun. And I have Egyptian walking onions. These are cool. Instead of flowers, they get like a bulb of a flower head of bulbs. It's pretty cool. I'll be giving some of these away too. I might do one giveaway, a bunch of stuff, or I might do, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've never done a giveaway before. I'd like to as a thank you for all of you subscribing and being involved in my channel, and I really appreciate it. So I'll be giving some of these away. There's like 7 cucumbers I planted here. A little much. I know it's crowded, but they are going absolutely bonkers. I mean, completely bonkers. There's some in here. These are pickling type cucumbers. So they're kind of like the witch's nose type with the warts on it and stuff. So there's a lot in here. They're not quite ready. There's probably a few in here ready. I gotta look for them. It's gonna be a little bit of a nightmare finding all these because it's just, they're just everywhere. Yeah. Oops. Woo. So anyway, those are the cucumbers. And my idea was plant them here and they grow on the fence, which they are. They're growing on this fence, the kettle panel. And I want them to take over this fence. That's fine. A couple of them are, look at that. A couple of them are halfway up the corn right there. Wait, let me zoom in. See it? That leaf right there? That stem, that's a cucumber growing halfway up the corn. So that's fine because I'm going to harvest these. I'll leave the stalk standing for a while. I do want to plant another crop of corn here because this one wasn't that successful. So as you can see, if you back up here, tall to small. It looks like the bars on your cell phone, right? Tall, small. Anyway, so I'm going to harvest these and then later on and leave them standing. Maybe, I don't know. I might just take off the cucumbers off of them because I do want to plant more corn there as a second harvest. In California, Southern California where I'm at, we can have in the same plot, if you fertilize it, amend it the second time, you can produce 2 crops of corn back to back. So that's kind of nice. So what is it, knee high by the 4th of July? These are already ready and high and it's not even July. So the weather's a little bit different. The growing season is much longer here. So that part is great about this state. And we have my zucchini plants. I have one here and one on the other side. I just harvested this one from that guy. But there are some more here. There's one in there. Whoop. There's a couple more in the, there's a lot. We get more than we can eat off of these 2 plants. We really only need 1 plant of zucchini. There's another one down there. Right there. That guy. So we get more than we can eat. We give them away, friends and neighbors and family and stuff. Find creative ways to eat them. Going back to the walking onions, these are like scallions. They're like a scallion. They don't ever develop a big bulb as far as I can tell. I've never seen them. Look, another nutgrass. Ooh, nutgrass. Hate these things. Hate them. Hate them. Anyway, so these never really develop into a bulb. They have they're thicker than scallions, maybe. And so we just use them as onions because they're really easy to grow. They reproduce like crazy. They may not have a bulb, but they're just as easy to harvest, if not maybe even easier than a bulb onion. And so we've been using these as our primary onions until our bulb onions, which are those little guys over there, get up to size. And our other ones in the front yard are almost to size, but not quite. They're pretty big, but they're not quite filled out. So I harvested 3 of them the other day. I'll try to attach a picture. And they were a little bit, how do you say, like the each layer was really thin and a little bit tough or green, not dry, just like firm. I don't know. So not like the crisp, watery type texture you're used to. So I think it just needs more time to fill out, because it is still early in the season and they're growing like gangbusters. So I found out from M.I. Gardner, and I should have known, but onions need quite a bit of fertilizer to develop a big bulb, and you got to take off their blooms before they bloom. And they're really good to eat. The blooms, when they're young, cut them, put them in eggs, scrambled eggs. They're really good. But so I did it his way this time, and I had good success before, but these are a little better. These are a little bit nicer. The leaves are healthier. They're quite nice. These guys will grow on their own. They don't care. Fertilizer, not fertilizer. They don't seem to care too much. I'm sure fertilizer is better, but I got a lot of bulbs. Look at that. A lot of bulbs. See these guys? Let's see if we can focus. Focus. There we go. A lot of bulbs on these. So I'll be giving those away pretty soon. Oh, here's an actual flower. But see, it looks like a flower, but it's not. It opens up to bulbs. It's weird. Occasionally you'll see some. Yeah, here we go. Like these kind of have flowers. Let me zoom out. Yeah, these kind of have flowers with bulbs, right? But not so many flowers. Mostly bulbs. So there's this garden. I got one asparagus coming up from years ago. I had a row here, and have had mixed luck. Last year was the best. This year, I don't know. I know I covered them pretty deep with the hay, so I wasn't expecting them to grow. I was surprised that this one grew, but there hasn't been any other ones. This has been here for a long time, and I haven't had any other spears come up. I would think that there'd be more spears coming up, but I don't see any. No new ones. It's really kind of weird. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but anyway. I don't know. I might give up on asparagus. I like it, but it seems to be not working well here. That's where I keep my chicken food for the chickens. Here's the black Australorps. This guy, I think he rubs on the fence too much. I gotta coat that with some. It's looking better. I gotta coat it with some what do you call it? Blue coat, I think it's called. It's a topical, sort of like Neosporin or antifungal, antibacterial for birds, and it paints it blue. So if it's red, I don't have to worry about them pecking this so much because it's not really visible too much to them. But they'll peck red stuff. So I gotta get rid of that so that bird stays healthy. So yeah, let's walk over. I got some. Oh, here's some chives. This area is kind of not really up to speed, but there's some chives. That's marjoram, I believe, which I gotta cut back. It's way over on the sidewalk. I'm trying to cut back herbs and drying them, saving them in jars, which I saved from other herbs we've had. So I'm doing that. This is sage, which is amazing. It's very, very nice looking. So I'm gonna harvest some of that too, dry it out. Rosemary. My gardenias. Can you smell it? Here, put your nose to the camera. I'll get really close. Okay, ready? Breathe. Smell it. Can you smell it? Well, Apple hasn't invented that yet. But when they do, I'll put this on there and you can smell it. Tangerine tree. Here's my compost pile. We have a new law in California that tells us we cannot... California likes laws. They like controlling our lives. Which, this law is not bad. I really don't have anything against it other than I don't like being forced. That's really the only thing I don't like I'm against. But anyway, I do this anyway. But this is our kitchen trimmings and coffee grounds. You can see some of my pumpkins I threw in here started to grow. That's all pumpkin seedlings. When I turn this over, it'll go away. Grass clippings, animal bedding, all in here composting. When this is ready, I spread it out or I put it on the garden or wherever, you know. I'll probably spread it over here where there's not a lot of ground cover here between the firewood. Yes, I need to take care of my firewood. It doesn't go here. But anyway, so my tangerine tree has some from last year. Have you seen? These are big tangerines. These are supposed to be cuties. They're really big. Ooh, I got bugs. And those are ladybug larva shells. Right there. Right by my thumb. I believe is what they are. I don't have any problem with that. But these are huge. Look at these. They're like the size of a big orange. These are cuties. This is a cutie tree. And then last year I cut this tree back halfway. I took it in half, like right about there. And it had already fruit on it. We harvested a lot. There's still some leftover big ones. As you can see, there's some underneath. There's some down here. There's some across. So there's still some ready. And also there are thousands, probably. I'm not exaggerating. Probably thousands of new tangerines. I mean, just the biggest harvest, I think, if they all grow and don't fall off, the biggest harvest we've ever had here for these. So that's exciting. We love those. And then that's our rabbit cage. We tried rabbits, and you know what? I made a mistake. We had rabbits. I let the chickens free range in the past, and I wanted the rabbits to do the same. It's been a while since the chickens free ranged, but apparently they get a protozoa potentially from chicken poop, and well, they didn't do good, so they died. I had 2 rabbits that I got from a friend, and I'm gonna have to try again. I'm gonna put that cage I made up on like a platform so they're not on the ground, and I'll have to cut grass and feed it to them rather than let them graze, because I still want my chickens to be out here. I just can't have my rabbits out here with them because they die apparently. So that was my bad. Luckily they didn't suffer too much. They went pretty quickly, so that's good. This is a ginger plant I'm trying to get rid of, trying to sell. So if you're local and you want white ginger, hit me up. Broccoli weed, I didn't plant that. I don't know how it got here. I really don't know how it got here, but it got here somehow. Sugarcane, which is in a pot. I'm trying to find a place for this, but I currently have no room for this. So I'm going to have to repot it because it's getting pretty overgrown for that 5-gallon pot, or plant it somewhere, or sell it or give it away and take a cutting off of it and start again with a smaller plant to give myself more time. Mango tree. This is a lemon zest mango. Just recently staked it up because it was leaning over. Let's see. Nope. So this thing started to produce mango. Oh, I just broke the stick off. Started to produce right here, and then they dried up. So I guess it's going to be next year maybe if we get any fruit. Not this year. So potted plants, I have spearmint. This is a yellow sugar cane, not the red one like that one is. And then some sweet potatoes in a pot. Some, I believe, red potatoes also, which have spider mites. This is what spider mites look like on potatoes. If you're wondering, I can't see any. Oh yeah, right there. You can see a little bit of, can you see the, yeah, right here, let me show you. Right there by my finger, on the other side of the stem from my finger, right there. And that leaf in front, actually, in the tip of the leaf, has a fine webbing. Hold on. Focus. There we go. Fine webbing with polka dots. The polka dots are spider mites. If you watch them, they probably move. You can probably see them moving. But those are spider mites. They're really hard to get rid of. There's some up on top of that. So they're coated. Oh well, I'm just letting it go because nothing here is really susceptible to it. And so I'm just letting them die back. I'm going to harvest those potatoes when I harvest these sweet potatoes in maybe a month or so. And then my holiday avocado is doing really well this year. Last year it didn't produce a whole lot, but it's got a baby. It's got babies. There's one back here too. it's got quite a few babies. They're hard to see. You can feel them. You're bumping into them. There's one there. There's one there. There's quite a few. So this year looks like a good crop. This avocado takes 16 weeks, 16 months. Yeah, 16 months or 18 months, something like that, to ripen. So from bloom to harvest is over a year. It's a year and a half, roughly. So that's kind of interesting. There's good things and bad things about that. The good thing is, if it over a year, they bloom every year. So they bloom while they still have avocados on it that are big. And so you have with a bigger tree, not this tree, with a bigger tree, you'll have a chance to have old crop with a new crop and kind of, I wouldn't say never ending supply of avocados, but quite a bit overlapping crop, you know. So, and these are my Rhode Island Reds. I got these from a neighbor that didn't want. He bought them on a impulse, I guess, and the husband didn't want them because he was afraid the dog was going to eat them. So he brought them over here. Please take them. So I did. So now I have 9 egg-laying chickens. I'm quite excited about that. Never had this breed before. They're really pretty, like a reddish and black mix. Really pretty. Can't really see. There you go. It's a better picture. Hey guys, how you doing? Anyway, they're well behaved and really quiet. They're a really quiet breed. Let's go. This is a mess. My patio's a mess. So I want to show you. Oh, here, my dragon fruit. This one is not self-fertile. I've not yet. It's bloomed a lot. I've never had a fruit on it yet. I'm waiting for these guys to get up there and grow and bloom so they can be pollinated. I can hand pollinate them. But these have beautiful flowers anyway. Big, giant flowers. And there's one up there. Zoom in. One up there. Oops, focus. Focus. A couple up there, actually. So they're blooming. My lumber. Yeah, I do. I make lumber. I cut lumber with a chainsaw mill for fun and useful stuff. I also took some to get milled, and they do a better job when you take them to get milled. And I got these guys. It's time to turn the light on anyway. So these are my meat chickens. Let's wake them up. Good evening. Heat lamp. So I ordered 10. One didn't make it during shipping, apparently. It died like that same day I received them. So that was a bummer, but 9 healthy ones, that's, you know, every now and then. I've had it happen, I think, twice where they died. A couple died after receiving them. So it's not unheard of. It does happen. It's sad, but, you know, it's stressful being shipped across the country. These came from, I think, Ohio or Missouri, someplace, I forget. Somewhere over there, pretty far. So they're doing good. They're happy. Yeah. I have to clean up in there, actually. Change it out. So that's the tour of my backyard garden. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you again soon. God bless. Please remember to like and subscribe. I can make you a deal. If you subscribe and don't like it, you can unsubscribe, and I will refund every penny you paid. It's a bad joke. Anyway, I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate your support and your continued subscription or continued views. Really appreciate it. And have a great day. Talk to you guys later.